You sort of glitched, but I think you nodded inside the glitch. Maybe it's just a glitch, and I thought you did that. So, what I want you to do is I want you to stand up and walk around the room, ignore us for like 1 minute, literally 1 minute, and just get into the character of Betty. Just imagine you're Betty.
I'm sat down here in my duvet.
And then you come, well, that's your ball gown. That can be your ball gown. It's an African thing. Yeah. So just ignore us.
Oh, ow! Electric shock.
Oh no.
I'm putting it down. So I'm just getting into character, right?
Still got 45 seconds. In fact, you've got a minute still because you're not in character yet.
No.
So, Maya, just open up Classroom. On the very top of Classroom, I've got some questions that we can use.
Okay.
And we can just have this open and we can just take turns. As soon as she's answered a question, we'll take turns to ask her another one. Have you got it? And we can add, if we think of another question that isn't on here, we can add. Obviously, some of them don't work with historical characters. So, Betty, what's your surname?
Hamsley. No. Wait. I don't know her surname. Does she have a surname? I wasn't prepared for that question.
You're in character still, though, aren't you? You need to stay in character for a hot seat. So, Betty, you seem to have been temporarily forgotten your surname. Let's just go back a bit. Who are you married to?
Oh, Clive. Yes.
Let's keep things simple. Clive who? Sir Clive. Can you remember your husband's name? Okay, Betty, where do you live?
Well, I'm currently living in Africa, but originally from England.
Whereabouts in Africa?
Kenya. Yeah.
British Kenya.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Maya, would you like to ask a question? To choose off the top of your head, or look at these and think of one if this can help, if this list helps.
Yeah, Betty, are you more like your mom or your dad?
Oh, goodness, do I actually have to answer that question? Don't want to be rude or anything, but neither.
Okay.
Yes. Own person, but obviously under my husband, dearest Clive.
So Betty, we've met your mother. We know a little bit about her, but we've not met your father. Could you tell me a little bit about where your father was from, what he did when he married your mother, if you have any brothers and sisters?
Daddy was born in England, of course, in London, and he met Mummy when they were around 18, got married, had yours truly, and my younger sister. Her name is Ruby. And then we lived together in England, and then when I was 18, got presented to the Queen, of course, to be showcased, and didn't get picked by a prince, but that's okay. And then I met Clive and we got married as soon as I turned 19.
Okay. If there was a play written all about you, would your character be, would it be a comedy or a tragedy?
Oh, comedy, yes.
So could you tell us why you think your life is comedic?
Oh, well, my life isn't comedic, I'd say, but I don't want to watch anything that's sad or tragic, as you say, because no one needs that in their life. Our lives are already tragic without added things. So that's why I think my life would be a comedy. Bring some light to the subject.
Could you describe your relationship with your husband?
Oh, good, yes. Very good.
Maya?
Yeah, Betty, do you have a kind of like a role model in your life which you like are inspired by?
I'd say the Queen, yes. She's just elegance and grace all in one. Yes.
Oh yeah.
What's your favourite colour and why?
Oh, I'd say my favourite colour is yellow. It's very happy and subtle. Not too out there, not too showy offy, but yes, very nice.
What is the most thoughtful gift you have ever received?
Oh, well, little Edward, bless his heart, he gave me a little statue that he made out of clay for Christmas last year. Very thoughtful of him. Very, very sweet.
Betty, what are you proud of?
I'm proud of being part of the British Empire, of course, being sent out to Africa, looking after all these people. I have my duties to do, and I'm very proud of it.
If you had a motto or a mantra, to use the Indian term, what would it be?
Of myself?
For you, just for life, a motto for life. Like, would it be do as you would be done by, or would it be don't call the pot black if you're the kettle and they're also black, or something?
Just take life as it comes. Never know what's around the corner, do we?
And which of your children do you love the most?
Oh, couldn't possibly say that. How rude. Edward.
Did you say Edward?
Huh? What?
Do you love Edward the most?
No, Vicky, no. I didn't say that at all.
Don't worry, Victoria doesn't say anything about this. She doesn't really exist, does she? So could you tell me, how do you feel about sex with your husband, of course, because that's the only kind of sex?
Well, it's wonderful, obviously, but I don't really want to share much information with you. That's a bit impolite.
This is how would you describe the union between you and your husband?
What do you mean by union?
The marriage, the coming together, the two people being united, being one.
He's very controlling, but not in a way that's over the top, for me. Some might say it is, but, that's fine. That's how it is. Our marriage is fine, well, some of us go a little bit off the rails here and there, but doesn't everyone?
Okay, so we're gonna stop in a moment. If there's anything you'd really like to say, could you just make one comment on your feelings for Harry?
Harry's a splendid man. Ah, yes, very nice. He doesn't seem to like me very much, though. He's giving very odd signals, but yes, lovely man, lovely man. Very unfortunate, though, that Ellen has stolen him away from me.
stole him from you, but you're married to Clive.
Clive doesn't need to know that.
Okay. We'll stop there. So I kind of quite like this. I'm looking at this list of questions that I got from the web. Some of them are actually quite good questions to have to answer, I think. And even the ones which are, if you're in character, if you really did have to answer every one of these, you know, if you could be in any movie, what one would you be in? You just say, I have no idea what's a movie. Or if you really think on your feet, you could think of something else that she might think a movie is and just kind of get it wrong. But ones like, if you could live in any time period, why did your mother call you Betty? If you could learn any skill, what would it be? So to really simple ones like, what was your first pet as a child? Hi, Abby. How are you? You all right?
Yes, I'm very good. Sorry that I'm late. Well, 2 reasons. One, I completely forgot that I had the lesson. And then by the time that I got onto the lesson and got my laptop open, which is at 3:21, my laptop was dead. So then I had to recharge it and then I had to log on. And now I'm here. But I do have questions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, we're carrying on.
Questions for Betty.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go like within 10 minutes or so because I'm worried about being late to my dentist because I've got to fill out loads of forms before they let me in the building and stuff as well. So what I thought would be quite good, especially seeing as you're all three here now, is if you just carry on in the lesson without me and keep asking. Abby, if you look on Classroom, I've got a whole list of like loads of questions here that are just from the internet. But it means we can quick fire them.
Fun, guys.
Sorry?
It's been great fun.
Yeah. So like the story time section. Do you want to have a look at this as well, Jess? You're Jess now.
Yeah, no, I'm having a look.
So
am I Jess?
Childhood memory.
No.
Are you Jess?
6 pages.
I am. I'm Jess. Nice to meet you.
We should do all of our lessons in character now, including Mr. Wands. You know, we should all be given a character at the beginning and just stay in character throughout the lesson.
Yeah, that is such a nice idea.
Please. I love Ellen.
There's only a limited number of
Ellen really
characters I can play, and the lesson still be vaguely appropriate. I mean, like I can't be Joshua because that would be. I'm not going to try to be Joshua. Although I could be Joshua. Yeah, but that would be quite difficult.
He doesn't really have much like personality because he's just like.
It would be really hard to be Joshua because he's kind of always saying one thing and doing another, and you know, I'd have to say how much I supported you all the entire time, and then like a snake in the grass, kind of like stitch you up. It would be quite hard to behave like him. But these questions, so we're going to quickly start on Maya. So she started as Ellen, and we're going to really grill. What I want you to do is don't wait for me. As soon as Maya's going to stand up now and walk around the room for 30 seconds, and when she sits down, she'll be Ellen.
What questions have you got or have done?
It doesn't really matter. We'll just choose random ones from here, or if there's a nice line of them, like childhood memory, family tradition, a time you got into really big trouble.
Does it say Betty's surname in the script?
No, but you can make it up.
I made it up. That's the name of my house. I was like, I couldn't think of any other
Quite
name.
This is the kind of thing when Mr. Wandsey was talking about a legend and stuff like that. You know, there's so much information which the playwright's not given us. But in order to be an actor, you just have to make this up. How are you?
I reckon they had the most like basic last name, like Smith or something.
Okay, but we can ask her now, so you could just ask her, Abby. Ellen's here now.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi. I'm very excited. So
pin Ellen on your screen so you can just see her, so you can really see how she's acting.
Oof, you're big.
I'm sure that she's staying absolutely in character.
Okay. Who's going first?
Ellen, what do you want to eat right now?
Pardon?
What would you like to eat right now? If you could eat anything.
Oh, I don't really know. I never get like the opportunity to choose what I want to eat. So probably like ice cream. I love ice cream. So yeah.
Ellen, what member of the family is your favourite?
I think my mom. I had quite a good connection to her. She's dead, unfortunately, but yeah, I think my mom.
How come you went so close to your father?
I don't want to answer that question. Too personal.
Do you believe in God?
Oh no, not really.
What letter of the alphabet best describes you?
What a silly question. I think, well, the L, because L for love, you know? Yeah.
The L, yes, that's quite good. I like the because the L word is a thing, isn't it? Although in another 100 years or so, the L word is a thing. Could you tell us what's something that you're insecure about? What makes you feel insecure?
The future makes me insecure to think about it. Just like, I don't know. I don't like thinking about the future and thinking about me in the future. Yeah.
And then what's your last name?
My last name is Smith.
And what's your biggest fear, Ellen Smith?
My biggest fear.
Hmm.
Well, I guess being alone. Living anywhere completely alone and having no one to talk to is my biggest fear.
What's something you would do to pass the time?
Oh, you know, reading.
What is
Yeah.
one regret in life that you have?
I don't really know.
What is your biggest fear?
Pardon?
Your biggest fear, again.
Oh, again. Mm, it's really personal and I need to think about it. I never had time to think about such questions.
What makes your heart cry?
Not seeing Betty.
If you could be a superhero, what power would you have?
What is a superhero? I never heard of that. What is a superhero? What is that?
If you go back to one day that you've ever had, which day would it be? And what events happened in that day?
Oh, definitely the day I got to the family of to Clive and Betty, because the first time I saw Betty was just amazing. I've looked at her and I don't know, I was just in love because she's so pretty and she has like the, you know.
Which of the children do you find the easiest to look after?
Victoria, because that was so annoying sometimes. I don't really like children, and he wants to play all the time and ask annoying questions, you know, and Victoria is really easy to care about, yeah.
What would you do if you won the lottery? Or just a whole bunch of money?
Oh, I don't really know. I think I would ask Betty to come with me and go to another country and start a whole new life, because that's my dream. And I don't really know that. Such a dream, such a wish.
What's your opinion on Harry Bagley?
Oh, I don't really like him. He's such a spoiled man, and I don't think he doesn't deserve Betty, and he's really.
Isn't he your husband?
Well, yeah. Well, yes, but we're not.
What page are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not married yet, so.
Sorry for the spoiler.
So, sorry about that. Your life is set down for you, I'm afraid. You have very little agency in this. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go now. Can you carry on? When you get sick of Betty, you could make you could switch back of Ellen. You could switch back to Betty, or you could persuade Abby to.
Oh
to
yes.
and you could
Abby.
both,
Oh yeah.
just but then these answers, if you try and really like write down, if you write up this lesson, because it's kind of like it's a bit fun and we've only really touched on the surface, but try and think of, because tomorrow you're going to be, Mr. Wansley will do Lynn and Victoria, so there's loads more questions for them, obviously, because they're in the modern world and we know far more about them. But think of questions for the other one. And think about kind of what was so hard about answering some questions. Obviously, it's interesting that you know your surname. You hadn't thought of the surname. If I'd have said favourite colour, you could have just chosen one at random. But ones like that, sort of like really obvious ones that you think you should really think of. There's nothing in the play, I think, that mentions surnames. But only off the top of my head, there might well be. Someone could mention a surname at some point, which would help us. But all of these details are really important. So stay on for another like 10, 15 minutes or so, and switch over and try and think what questions are good and what questions are bad. So I kind of quite liked it when we were drilling down into the real thing about Ellen, you know, like the fact that she's lonely and gay and can never say so. So kind of maybe sort of drilling her on being gay would be quite good, because she can't really say that she's gay. She can't really talk openly about it. And then if she does, we'll just ignore her, you know, and say it's something else and say that she's confused. So you can kind of almost make her relive that whole thing, because that's what her character's really about. But then you could maybe not do that and just ask openly and say she can talk freely. But it was kind of quite nice, you know, when she asked her that question twice and she had to really, really think about it. And then also comment, if you can, on what it's like trying to be the character in HotSeating and like without the lines, because it's a whole different experience, isn't it? But not having the lines. When you're acting with a script, you just say the lines and it's sort of easy. But trying to be someone thinking like them and being like them and pretending to actually be them with other lines is difficult. Okay, so do you reckon that's okay? 15 minutes, and then you can go, and then I'll have a look later and see what I'll have a look tomorrow and see what you wrote up, and I'll see you after half term. I think I'll see you two in the morning. Fill out your quiz though, you two. Have you done your quiz, your little thing, not quiz, your form yet for tutor?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. That's cool, and photographs as well. Okay, I'll see you all in a week.
Have a
Bye.
good half time.
Bye.
And you, bye.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Nice.
How are we all?
Oh, that was so funny. Abby, you missed. It was so funny.
It was so funny.
Oh, sorry, I'm late. Why were you late? No reason, sir.
Yeah. Right.
Still being recorded, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
So are we gonna carry on with you, or do you want to switch back to me?
Yeah, I'll switch back to you.
And I know earlier he was like, "Get up and walk around." I'm sat here. I do. Hey, I'm not even kidding you.
That's brilliant.
It's so warm. Right. Okay.
Not gonna lie, my cat just walked on two legs.
What?
Basically, like, it was like sitting down and went up like that. It's like just walking like this.
Okay, get it, I guess.
Okay. Jess, you ready?
I'm not Jess. My name's
Sorry,
Betty.
Jesse, are you ready for some questions?
Yes.
Okay. What is one word you would use? What is one word you would use to describe yourself?
Loyal.
loyal.
Betty, are you happy?
Wait, I
Are you
didn't think about that for a second.
But you were saying
Yeah.
loyal, but then you went off and you have done sexual acts with Harry Bagley. So do you still consider yourself to be loyal?
Well, it's not like it hurt anybody. I mean, you both saw Clive and Mrs. Saunders. Do you expect me to do any less?
Are you happy in your life?
No.
Why is that, Betty?
I feel like I'm just trapped in this family and I need to run away with Harry Bagley. It's the love of my life. I need to escape this monotonous life and go and experience myself.
I have some questions. What is the bravest thing you've ever done?
Living in Africa? What do you think I am? I'm a British woman living in Africa. Do you think it's easy? Oh, no.
Really sorry, my cat's like biting the door. Let her out.
Oh my god.
Well, hurry up then.
Sorry.
Before.
There you go.
Betty, do you believe in God?
Oh, yes, of course, of course. We'll have to. It's the duty, isn't it?
Who's your favourite child?
Well, I should have a favourite.
Everyone does though, don't they?
Yeah, no favourite.
No, of course not.
I answered that question earlier. It was so funny. Character.
When's your birthday?
The 6th of August, 1859. No! Yes.
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 Leaving that in somewhere in your 20s.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I can do maths.
Very lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well done.
What is your biggest fear?
To live on my own, to not have the security of a man to watch for me and care for me. Yes, that would just terrify me. No one to look after me. Me, vulnerable, out on the streets on my own. God, I can think of anything worse.
What are your opinions on Joshua?
Oh, no. Don't trust that man one bit. Clive's always going, oh, Joshua, my boy, my... Oh. No.
Is that
He
due
doesn't
to,
like me. I don't like him.
is that due to his race, or is that due to the fact of what he's done?
Oh, nothing to do with his race. No. Couldn't catch me. No, absolutely not. He just doesn't listen to me. Doesn't like me. If you don't like me, I don't like you.
Betty, if you could change your name, what would it be?
Oh, Arabella. Lovely name. Very light, very girly.
If you could tell us one interesting fact about yourself, what would it be?
Well, I was raised on a farm.
What kind of farm did your family harvest, or were they into apples?
Cattle.
Cattle farming.
Yeah.
Cattle.
Yeah. Yes, cows. Lovely.
Dairy cows, or was it a breeding cattle farm?
Breeding cattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Betty, your house is on fire. What do you grab first?
The dog. And then Edward. Victoria. And then I leave. And then I get Joshua to go in and get my necklace.
Ah, okay.
What are your opinions on Ellen?
Oh, fine, lovely girl. She's being very touchy at the moment. Not really sure what it's about. She then also did say that she would worship me, and I was not really sure where she's coming from with that. Doesn't really make any sense.
Could you say that your sounds really harsh, being a bit blunt and not seeing the full picture of what Ellen's trying to tell you?
full picture. It's not like another woman's trying to get with me. Gosh, that wouldn't be allowed.
Why is that?
It says it in the Bible. Oh my god, I hate myself. Can we just stop there? Can we stop?
Like another ox, it was like, it's allowed.
Okay, I'm pausing. Arabella, honestly.
That was a good name. That was a good name.
Yeah, I was just thinking
That's
of
a good
the
name.
song by Arctic Monkeys, to be honest.
That was really good. Well done.
Thanks. Right. Ellen.
Okay, Abby, your turn.
Oh yeah.
Why are you doing these?
Okay, who are you gonna be?
I need to pick a character.
Yeah.
Oh, Mrs. Saunders.
Oh, I love
What's your
her.
first name? Mrs. Saunders.
Why do you turn up first?
Okay, get in character, go get in character.
Wait. Hi.
You in? Back in the room. What's your first name?
Emily.
What's your favorite book?
The Importance of Being Earnest.
Was it out then?
No, but it's
Lovely book. Play.
a book, isn't it?
Wow, amazing.
Wait, actually, wait a second. It is out now.
It's it.
What superpower would you like to have?
What's a superpower?
Extraordinary beings. Think of anything in the world.
Things that just like don't exist. Invisibility.
Do you have any siblings?
I have two. One named Emily, same name as me, and one named Benjamin.
Do you believe there's life after death?
No, I do not.
Not believe there's a heaven or a hell?
No, I don't. I believe my husband died and just, that's it. In the grave forever.
Do you feel like you need the security of a man?
No, I think I'm rather independent. I don't need a protection by someone. I'm quite mentally, physically quite strong.
Tell us about one of the best days of your life.
Best days of my life, when I was living at my cattle farm up in Kenya with my husband. We went down to the lake with our two children and we had a picnic, went for a swim.
What's your favourite food?
Favourite food? Anything with chicken.
Why chicken?
It's a lean meat, keeps you nice and thin and healthy.
What's your favourite vegetable?
Aubergine.
I knew it.
I'm trying so hard to give a straight face.
What do you like to eat with your aubergines?
Mayonnaise. Oh no, Mr. Watson's gonna watch us back.
Oh my. Okay, Emily, tell us one thing that changed your life.
When I first moved to Africa.
And how did it change your life? Tell us the things you have to do to survive out there.
Well, of course we had to start from the ground up, but you know, we did have government funding, so we were able to move there. We didn't exactly come from the poorest of families, so it wasn't difficult. So when we arrived, we started up and we built our foundation of our home and our house. And we got to know the Smiths, so Clive and Betty and Edward, even though Edward wasn't born yet. And we kind of continued to build our way up and we decided that, well, I wanted to make our life more interesting. I didn't want to start off a coffee farm like every other family. So we decided to go into cattle farming and do dairy milk, as it was very important for both meat supply and milk and dairy products.
What's one of the most embarrassing things that's happened to you?
On a personal note, I would say it was embarrassing because I didn't want it. Was when Clive did what he did. If you know
And what was that? Please elaborate.
well, we were in the house and he brought me aside and he started to get into quite an interesting conversation about things and told me that, you know, he wanted to be with me. Sorry, mind my language, but he would fuck me if I was dead.
Oh.
And sorry, I don't want to start crying.
Interesting.
And it led on to things, and he did some things. And I felt
Did you enjoy those things?
No, because
Did you want them to stop?
I think some parts of me did, but some parts of me didn't.
Do you feel like you could talk to Clive about anything?
No, because I feel like I'm constantly being used as an object of an actual person.
Agreed.
Do you think Clive is happy with Betty?
No, I don't think any man is ever happy in their relationship. They always want something else and something more.
What about women? Do you think that, in general, women are happy in a relationship with a man?
Oh God, no. No woman is ever happy in their relationship. Look at Bessie. She's not exactly very loyal, is she? And there is Clive, so it kind of runs in the family.
Right. Should we move on to doing Ellen again?
Yeah, God.
Wait, when does this session finish?
Pardon?
It finishes now. It's
10
okay.
past?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, we can do it for a minute.
What up, Ellen?
Are we doing it or not?
We'll do a quick 5 questions.
Okay.
Oh, isn't gonna lag. There we go.
Out of the Smiths family, who is your favourite?
It's definitely Betty, obviously.
Why would you say obviously?
I didn't say obviously. It's just
What
because.
did you say then? What did you say?
I said nothing. Like, she's just nice to me, and yeah. Next question, please.
Would you say that Betty is pretty? Or
Why would you ask
looking?
that kind of question? Like, she's pretty, of course she is, but yeah.
Would you sleep with Betty?
Yeah, she's a pretty woman.
chance?
Well,
Jessica. How vulgar.
Huh?
How vulgar of you to ask the question.
Eh.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Maybe.
If you could live in any time period, what would it be? Future, past?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think in the past, but I don't really know where exactly.
If you could go back in time, would you take Betty with you?
Yes.
If you could have a perfect life
Yes.
with you and Betty, what would it be?
What are all those questions about me and Betty?
You just sound a bit sus.
Well, if you understand,
Excuse me?
if you understand, sus means suspicious, by the way. Just to clarify.
No, it means gay.
Oh, thank you.
Does it?
Oh.
Seriously?
Did you not know that?
No, so I always thought sus, but like, you know, Among Us, the game? Like, oh, you're being
Yeah,
sus.
It does mean suspicious. It does mean suspicious, but like people today use it as like, oh, that's sus, oh, that's gay.
Oh. So, Ellen, you're a bit sus, am I right?
I'm not. No, I'm not. How dare you?
Is there any like
just-
lingo you could teach us about?
What's that?
Like abbreviations or phrases that you use?
Slapping him.
No, I don't use those.
Swag. Okay. Should we just, are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks for the interview.
Hi, Maya. Where'd you go?
I got
What?
so bored I painted my gum pot.
Gosh, you really are on your own.
Oh, anyways. Right. Bye.
Hey. That's